Hey guys, Maddox here. I'm gonna go ahead and start another broadcast. I just did Halo 5 and I lost tremendously bad. Whoa. But anyways, guys, I wanted to go ahead and start a new broadcast and talk about this the Roblox Retail Tycoon. I've been watching you guys lately, and I've been getting a lot of feedback, but I've been seeing a lot of the same repeated stuff. I did make a video, however, how to start out in this game, and that walkthrough is the best that I have seen so far to get you guys started. Um, by the way, let me show you the controls a little bit because a lot of people don't scroll through the controls and actually understand how to play. So, the right and left bumpers allow you to go through the menus to decide on how to play this game. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and close the store that I'm currently on right now for the time being. Now, with that being said, there is 6 spots in the game. And there's up to 6 players. And in this case, you start out with a basic store. You get 2 parking spots and this tiny of a store, just super tiny store. And like I did in the first video, you buy just a freezer, which to buy a freezer, like I showed you guys, to buy things, you go past manage, go to supply, go to upgrade, go past that, go all the way down to furnish. Okay? Never, ever, ever do this. And I always see people do this all the time. They always buy the self checkout. Now, when you're starting out, when you think about self checkout, well, I never have to do that. I just have to worry about, just cleaning up my store, yada, yada, yada. Well, you want to spend $2,000 for a self checkout register that only does 3 customers at a time when you can get multiples at the same time. But whenever you do a regular register, you can take care of 7. You can get more money that way. So like in my first video, you always want to use just a regular register. Okay. Then you want to buy shelves and a freezer. Okay. Those are the 2 ones that you need to buy to start out. So that way you can fill them both up with sodas and everything else. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to walk through the controls on, and we're just going to rename this store as test. Okay. So what you do, if you want to name your store before you start doing anything, you scroll all the way down to where it says options. And now keep in mind, you have to use your D-pad because the D-pad is only the thing that you can use as far as going through the menu. Move your cursor down to whatever slot you want to use, however you want to do it. But we'll cover the saving and loading later. But you go to where it says store name and hit A. And I'm going to change it to test broadcast. Okay. And we're going to submit it. Okay. See, if you look at the sign, it says test broadcast. It automatically loads it up. Okay. Now, you can also change the color of the little stripe on your store, and I like to throw some random colors, but for the test we'll go blue. Okay. And again, once you set up that or however you want to do it, it's very self-explanatory. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and do a basic walkthrough. I'm not gonna level up this store all the way. I do have my own store already, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you guys that store in just a minute. But you also, let's go ahead and start, working the controls here. Um, Again, this is just showing you how to control things, okay? So to load an item after you buy something, so let's just go ahead, let's just do the freezer for an example. I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna press A, and then we can pick wherever we want it, okay? So, and you, of course, you use the D-pad. It says it on the bottom of your screen that you can rotate it just like that. Okay. So we're just going to place it right there for now. Okay. Now we're going to go up to supply. Now the freezer can have sodas and frozen foods. So just because we're just starting out, we don't want to break the bank. We want to be able to have enough money to fall back on to buy more supplies just in case. But here's the cool thing. So sodas is so cheap. It's cheap to get, and yet you can make a profit off of it. Okay? So this freezer can hold 80 of them. So I always recommend everybody to whoever starts, fill the thing up. Fill it up. If you can fill it up, the better that you're going to make a lot of money. And it's really weird on how this game operates because it's like almost like real life. It's like where you own a store. If your store doesn't look full, it's not going to sell a lot of stuff. But a store that's really full is going to sell a lot more stuff. Kind of get what I'm saying? But what you do, go ahead and select it, like hit A, okay? And like I just did, I went over here with the D-pad and I hit up, like the arrow to go up, like left or right to increase the number or decrease the number. And we're going to go down to order. Once we order it, we're going to get 80. Keep an eye on your storage units. Your storage units can increase by buying a storage piece. And I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a second. But I'm going to go ahead and order this. There's 80 of them. Look, it's already filled up my storage space. But once we supply it into the freezer, it's going to decrease. Okay, and I'll show you that. We're going to go up to manage. So I'm looking at this. It's highlighted in green. Okay. Now we're going to hit A. We're going to select what's going to go in there. So we're going to put soda. So here it is. Look at it. It's getting stocked. It's filling up. And I think this server is a little slow, so the customers are going to move a lot slower. So that means stocking this is going to take some time. That may have an effect on making money too, especially if you have employees. Which, by the way, do not hire employees the second that you start playing. You will lose money. And let me show you why. Okay? That right there that we just did, we just stocked the cooler, we bought supplies, we bought the cooler itself. And look, we're not constantly losing money. We're going to go down to workers, okay? Look at this. I'm not losing any money per minute, okay? A cashier takes $20 per minute. You realize that you can lose money super fast that way, especially starting out. And janitors, $20. Restockers, $20. Guard, a security guard, $30. And of course, a manager for $40. Look at that. All that, you can lose all kinds of money very rapidly and very quickly. And not only that, the first time that you buy it, you have to pay, let's see here. The new worker cost is 10 minutes of the worth of the pay to hire. So you would have to add a 0 to each of those dollar amounts and for the first hire. So a cashier wouldn't be $20, it would be $200. And then after each minute goes by, it's $20 every single time. So you see how it's important not to hire an employee just yet. Run the store yourself. Save yourself some money until you can have a stable flow going. When you have a stable flow going, then you can customize and do all this other things. Now, with that being said, I showed you guys how to look at this and set it up and get going. Now, I'm going to show you how to customize. Okay? Now, we know what Furnish does. We know what this does, and we can buy things. And see, here's the large rack I was telling you guys about. When you buy these, you increase your storage. Okay? And up in supplies, see, I don't have anything in storage because I've already put it out onto the floor. Okay? Now, if we go into build, this is where we can customize things. Okay? Now, let's just say we want to change some things. So we're going to go to bulldoze, hit A, and now I can just destroy whatever I want and start fresh. I'm going to take out these walls. And look at that. I'm already building money because when you subtract something away, it gives you money. Granted, it's not the full value of what you bought if you've already bought something and put it there. But as you can see, you know, it's straightened up, cleaned out. We gutted it. Now it looks like a piece of flat land. But look, we already have $5,000. Okay? Now, I don't recommend people destroying your store at the very beginning just to have money because you're going to have some very upset customers. With that being said, you always want to upgrade when you can afford it. You can buy more land, you can expand, and obviously, you know, it's $1,000 for the first layout upgrade. And then as you increase the size of the store, $2,000. And then that's the second level. And then the third level, you know, $3,000. Let's expand it more, $4,000. And then $5,000. And that's each per piece of land. Now, that's as you're increasing your values, okay? Now, let's go back into upgrades. And we're going to go to the other important piece. In order to make money, you got to have customer flow and lots of stuff. So if you have lots of stuff and hardly any customers, well, you need a place for them to park, which is also another great thing. The gravel is the upgrade from the basic, which is the dirt patch that you have, which is 1,000. And, you know, you can upgrade, just scroll down with the D-pad, you know, and just hit A. That's all you got to do. And the basic upgrade is gravel, which is, 2,500. So we're going to do that. Let's just say we're going to go ahead and do it. And look at that. And the second that you start, you know, putting a cash register out and everything, you're going to start making money. And the more people you have coming in, the more money you're going to make. Now, that's partial of the upgrade. Now you got the other upgrade, which is the sign. Let's see here. A basic upgrade for the sign is $1,000. How can you beat that? And thank you, Beowulf, for joining. I'm doing a tutorial on Retail Tycoon. Thank you for joining. Anyways. But the sign is $1,000, guys. I mean, when you first start out, you have to make sure you have plenty of customer flow. Okay? Now, whenever I'm just going to upgrade it just for craps and giggles. And I'm just showing you guys exactly what it looks like and stuff like that. But whenever you start out, you don't want to hire employees and go in debt. You just don't. You just don't. Because you will be in debt very quickly. You won't have enough. Furnish, of course, you know, have decorations, plants, yada, yada, yada. Also, whenever you want to move items, you go all the way over with the D-pad and select move items, and you can just go up to something that's highlighted, hit the right trigger, and now you can move it wherever. And to rotate it, of course, is the D-pad. And there you go. You just moved it. Okay? Now, I've already showed you guys how to bulldoze. It's very self-explanatory. You can buy walls and buy new flooring and stuff like that, however you want to do it. Now, the most common thing I see is that everybody's like, well, how do I get music inside my store? Well, you got to have what is called a speaker. Just like anything else that's out there that has music, you got to have a speaker. So it's $350. You don't have to fill up um, your whole entire store of this. You just got to buy one. Okay? You buy one, you can place it anywhere. I'm just going to place it right there. Wow, I got a floating ceiling tile with no walls. Funny, right? No, I'm kidding. But in order to start playing music, you use the right bumpers again. Go all the way down to options. Okay? Scroll down with the D-pad to right here. Hit A, and now you can choose whatever song that is preset. Okay? Now, if you like techno and a fast beat, I usually pick Rocket, and it sounds like this. Sounds pretty cool, right? So you can really do all kinds of things with that. Now, to save, which I was just on the screen to show you how to save, and it will save everything that you've done. Okay? To save, you go use the bumpers, go all the way down to options, okay? And then go down to whatever save slot. So since this is just for temporary, and I'm showing you guys on the broadcast on how to get set up for the very beginning, and I did make a video previously on how to officially start, and I did it step by step. I'm getting more in depth in this portion of my video on how to control the menu, because a lot of people don't know how to control. So then you just go ahead and save, and for craps and giggles, I'm just going to save it on 3. I'm going to save it. Now, let's just say you get into the world and you're like, okay, I pick this land. Okay, then you'll go ahead and go to the spawn point, get the land, claim it, go all the way down to options, all right? And then you go to your save slot and then hit load. And it's going to automatically load where you saved. Now, since I've already covered everything as far as how to control, let me show you guys my store and how far I've gotten with my tactics, okay? Let's show you guys. Start the load right now. And yes, I named it Going Out of Business. It's very ironic. It's hilarious. I love it. Let me open up my store. I got a pretty good level parking lot. Not too bad. I got a really good upgraded sign so that I can increase the flow of customers that want to come in. Now, I've upgraded this outwards, and I have electronics here, games, toys, electronics, also like tablets, cell phone, car parts. I have employees, which I have free stockers, a cashier, another cashier, which he's probably going to a spot now, that's probably him right there. I have one security guard, and of course, last but not least, inside behind this door, I have the stock room, which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 storage. Which, by the way, if I go up to supplies, I can hold 1,500 items. Or in this case, 1,500 space, or in this case, storage units. Okay? So I can hold quite a bit. Now, a lot of people don't know what the manager does. Okay? If you hire a manager, you got to make sure you have a desk. And what they do, you can go to supplies, and let's just say sodas for an example. I can scroll down here to the bottom here and select how much I want to keep in storage the whole entire time. Okay? I want to make sure that I keep it in storage at least 10 or however many. And I put 10 for almost all of these. And then make sure you select down there at the bottom, says auto resupply this 1 minute intervals. Well, that means every minute it checks that particular item and makes sure that we have enough. Okay? It makes sure that it's up at that certain level that you set it at. And this server is super slow. Holy crap. My customer is walking real slow into my store. Look at my money. It's negative 180 because the server is so slow. Holy crap. That is ridiculous. I should report this game. This is ridiculous. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable, guys. Unacceptable. That's when you start trying to copy them. Let's do this. Oh, I think I'm going to beat you. Run. 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 I'm kidding. Anyways. So far, I'm actually expanding on this one. Unfortunately, I can't buy anything. Wow. I'm negative 360. Holy crap. That is ridiculous. This server. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. That server is really bad. Is there a way that I could speed this up? Holy crap. I'm losing money, guys. This is not funny. Which, by the way, I have skylights. Skylights really help light up the area without using electricity. Not like I really care, because we don't really pay any bills on this game. Right? Anyways, I have 2 self-checkouts on this side, 2 self-checkouts over here, a regular checkout, and a regular checkout. So on each side of the store, I can take care of 7 and 6 on either side, and then 7 and 6 on either side over there. Okay? Wow, I'm already negative 540. And remember what I said earlier, guys. I said that if you hire lots of employees, you can go negative very quickly. I just have a small selection. Here, I can show you. 2 cashiers, 2 janitors, 2 restockers, 1 guard, and 1 manager. Every minute, I have to pay those workers. And it adds up to be $190 a minute. Think about that. After just a few minutes, you lose money just within seconds. Just because of the fact being, you hire all those people. Now I'm sitting here having to wait for this server, which the server is like super slow. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. So I may have to leave this server and try and find another one. Because that's ridiculous. So also, while you're playing in this game, a lot of people just walk around normally. You can walk and run pretty fast by holding the left trigger. See, this guy's got a guard and he's got a speaker. He's got a speaker. Really? You're naked? Seriously? Alrighty. Anyways. And look, he's doing exactly what I said not to do. You have 1 self-checkout. You can only imagine how bad that's hurting him right now, because he could actually have every customer getting rung up. And it'll be a lot faster. And he's only got 2 parking spots. So, just saying, you don't want to do that. You want to save money as you're progressing. Jeez, I'm still in the negative. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh. That is ridiculous. Anyways. But guys, I really do hope that, me walking through the controls and my previous video on how to play Retail Tycoon and how to get set up for the very beginning. I hope that it really helped you. Always remember, start off with the low end stuff first, like chips, or no, not chips, candy, drinks, and food, since they're very cheap to get and easy to set up. Because if you look at supplies, to buy them, it's really cheap to get. $10, $20, and $20. So yeah, you can buy books too. Books are cheap, and you can resell them. When you sell them, you sell them for $20, $20, $40, $40. I mean, you're making double the money. So starting out small and cheap, you can make quite a bit of a profit, and then eventually you can get as big as, like my store, like me for an example, have clothes, hats, books, candy, frozen food, just everything that you can pretty much buy on this game. So, like I said, I'm going to have to stop the broadcast here because this server is like super slow and I'm losing money and I can't believe it. I'm actually making money now. Holy crap. I'm surprised. I'm negative 510. I was negative 800. That is ridiculous. That is shameful. Y'all need to upgrade that. I'm slowly coming back. Slowly. Jeez. Anyways. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the broadcast here, guys. And I appreciate you watching. You're great, guys. I appreciate y'all. Leave a comment down below. This also, all of my videos get broadcasted out to my YouTube channel. If you haven't seen my YouTube channel yet, go to YouTube. It is Mattx, MATTX, The Punishment Caller. Okay? Look for the custom Christian cross that I created. It's my logo that I created myself. I've got the program on my computer. If you guys got any other questions, any recommendations of how-tos and stuff like that, I'll be more than happy to try the game out and get an idea and a good feel on how to play it, and I'll even produce a how-to video on that. And again, for future reference, anytime that you guys want to see a how-to video or any other type videos on games, be more than happy to submit what you would like to see. And again, my torment and my success that happens on my videos, I want everybody to see because, I react to certain things and I want y'all to laugh or even feel good about things. So anyways, guys, I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you for your support. And always, my saying towards everybody, play games and take names. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.